One of the questions that seems to have come up now, as I understand, do you live within the district?
Yes.
Okay, so you live in the district.
Yes.
I had heard that you do not, or is that not true?
I live in the district. Yeah, I live in HD 92.
Okay, very good. One of the questions came up about education and public.
We talked about that today too.
Yeah, we talked about it today. Why don't you here's an opportunity to talk a little bit about exactly what your platform for education is.
Yeah, well, and I'm very fortunate because I've got a brain trust of former superintendents, former teachers, former educators that I get to talk to about education issues all the time. So I'm against vouchers. I'm against charter schools being held unaccountable. I recognize that charter schools are out of the bottle, but we cannot sustain two educational systems, our public education system and a charter education system, especially when charter schools aren't held to the same level of accountability. I believe that the professionals in education have to be listened to. We have tremendous education professionals, and so I support public education. I oppose the expansion of charter schools. I support holding those charter schools that exist accountable. Vouchers, I'm opposed to that.
So did you say that you didn't think the two systems are sustainable? So how would you if I heard you correctly? So how do you if you have public schools and as you're saying, the genie's out of the bottle,
right?
What do we do?
Yeah, I feel like over time we're going to have to figure out how do you make sure that the public schools are the only ones that are getting our public education funding?
That's my question.
Yeah, what would I do?
Yeah,
I'm only going to support legislation that benefits our public schools, and when there's an opportunity to hold charter schools accountable, if it holds them so accountable that they can no longer exist, I think that I'm going to be opposed to the expansion of charter schools. I'm going to be for programs that help make our public schools stronger, the resources they need. My wife was a public school teacher. She works now with a program called Leadership ISD, focused on equity in education. This is a leading issue for me.
Okay, very good. Just to wrap up, tell us why you are the candidate for 92. And you can look right into the camera. You don't look at me if you don't want to, but why are you the guy?
Yes. Well, thank you for letting me talk to you. The reason that I'm the candidate for 92 is if you look at the story of my life, a kid that grew up here, who this very community inspired to a lifetime of service. And I did that. I did what I was asked to do, went and served my country and my community. And then I was encouraged to come back here and to find other ways to serve. And that's what I've done. Served this community, served our county, fought for Democrats, raised money, sponsored events, block walked. This is going to be a tough fight against the Republicans. They're going to bring out everything they can think of, and they're going to attack us on all bases. Whatever they attack me on, I can withstand, and I am the candidate who can win this race. And I hope that I'll have your support. Check me out at www.whitfieldfortexas or like me on my Facebook page.
I'm going to ask one more question. I just remembered. I did a Columbo
Oh, Bill,
one.
I did it.
I did a Columbo one. There's one more thing. You talked a little bit about, I guess they talked a little bit about retirements and talked about trying to fund certain programs. Democrats get a lot of criticism for being tax and spend. How are you planning on paying for some of these issues that you had talked about on stage?
Mm-hmm. Well, what I am amazed by is that there's a lot of places where our state legislature is wasting money. They're putting $1 billion every biennium into putting troops on the border. That's a federal government job, and we're wasting Texas tax dollars to do the Fed's job. So cut that out. That's $1 billion back to fund the things that we care about here in our community. This concept of commercial property appraisals we talked about earlier, the equal and uniform. That could be up to $6 billion if we straighten that process out.
That's a lot of money. I don't have $6 billion on me.
Nor do I. But my point is this. You know that movie Dave, where it's a movie, a guy pretends like he's the president, the classic 80s movie. He brings in his accounting buddy and they go through the books and they find places where they can save. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you that there's more than just the $1 billion going to border patrol that we don't need and the $6 billion that are going to these appraisals. There's money out there that has been wasted by bad decisions that needs to be going to the programs that regular folks here in District 92 care about.
Last question.
That was the last question.
I'm not an honest guy. Second to last question. No, last question. In the event that you don't win the primary,
Right.
what are you going to do to support the Democrats to prevent the Republicans from winning the seat, or retaining the seat, I should
The
say?
Democrats must win this race, and I'm all in. I'm going to fight in every way that I can.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.